Today we're going to be covering a new topic, rates and number patterns. And so we're going to skip the homework review for now, but we're going to go into what rates are and how to calculate speed, time, etc. Then after that, we're going to go over something called modular arithmetic, which you may have heard of, and it's really not as hard as it sounds. And then finally, if we have time, we'll do a Kahoot. All right, so starting off with rates. Before we can do rates, we're going to have to cover unit conversions. So it's like, say I give you some length in centimeters, but I need you to convert it to inches for me. So we're going to teach you how you might do that. And obviously these are going to be very useful in rate problems. Sometimes they're really simple and you can just do them in your head, right? Like, for example, 1 centimeter is just 10 millimeters, but other times they can be really complicated. So let's take this example problem. My friend and I are trading candy. If 7 Starbursts are equal to 2 packs of M&Ms, how many Starbursts are equal to 12 packs of M&Ms? All right, I'll give you guys a minute to think about this, and you can type it in the chat. And don't we find rate with distance and time? Yeah, that's exactly right, and we'll go into that in a little bit. But right now we're going to focus on unit conversions.
Do we just say it if we know it?
Yeah, you can.
So that would be equal to 42 starburst.
Yep, exactly. So I'm sure you could probably do this one in your head, right? But we're going to use this other strategy like this, which is going to help for some more complicated problems. So you have 12 M&Ms, and then the conversion rate is 7 Starbursts for 2 M&Ms. And what you want to do is you start with M&Ms as your unit, and you want to put M&Ms on the denominator, because that makes the M&Ms cancel out, and you're just left with Starbursts. So then you get 12 times 7 divided by 2, and then that's going to get you 42 Starbursts. So obviously, that's a bit complicated. That's a bit of a complicated way to do this problem, but it's really, really helpful for some other problems.
Should I do this one?
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay, so this one is like problem that might be like where the strategy that we just looked at would be helpful. So in the land of ink, the money system is unique. 1 trinket is equal to 4 blinkets, and 3 blinkets are equal to 7 trinkets. In trinkets, what is the value of 56 trinkets? So this might seem really overwhelming, but in order to do this, we're first just gonna turn this into different ratios that we can use. So the second sentence, the first part says that 1 trinket is equal to 4 blinkets. So you could write 1t for trinkets over 4, or equals, it doesn't really matter, 4 blinkets. But I think we should write it as a fraction since it's helpful later on. So then the second part says that 3 blinkets are equal to 7 trinkets. So we can write that as another ratio. So what we need to do is change 56 trinkets into trinkets. But for the first example, there's a direct relationship between Starbursts and M&Ms, right? But right now, we don't know the relationship between trinkets and drinkets. But what we can do is turn trinkets into blinkets and turn that into trinkets. So we'll be going through an extra step. So first, you will start out with 56D, so 56 trinkets. And now you're gonna multiply our ratios in a way that the units are going to cancel out. So what I mean by that is, for example, like at the bottom, if we do 56d times 3b over 7d, the d's are just going to be like numbers. So you know when you can multiply fractions, like you can cross out the top and bottom, you can do that with units too. So now we got rid of the trinkets. So we're gonna use the other ratio again and do 1t over 4b. So now the b's will cancel out. So now we are just left with the t for the unit. And just to solve, we just have to multiply like 56 times 3 over 7 times 4.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You can just click next. It should be there.
Oh. Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. And so like Kyung said, multiply 56 times 3 times 1, and then divide that by everything in the denominator, 7 times 4. And then you'll get 6 trinkets.
Yeah, it was. Somebody said that. Good job, guys. Okay, any questions about unit conversions? Because this is going to be really, really useful for everything else we're going to do this class. It's kind of like a base. Okay, then let's move on.
Okay, so like Rishikesh was asking earlier, this is how rate works. So rate, so let's focus on this third equation right here because it's probably the simplest to remember. And it says distance equals rate times time. So there's a picture here. You can use this acronym, DIRT, distance equals rate times time, right? And so just if you remember that, you can just derive the other equations. So for example, if you wanted to get what time equals, okay, this, you can just divide distance by rate, and then you divide this side also by rate. And then you just get,
Isn't this kind of like science?
It is kind of like science. You do learn
Yeah,
this in
because my
science.
science teacher was just telling us about distance, rate, and time.
oh yeah, did you guys draw like a triangle like this?
Yes,
Distance, rate,
the
time.
absolutely
Yeah, that
useless triangle.
I drew it a little bit too small.
The
So,
triangle.
Useless triangle.
mhm.
I don't get it. He wanted us to take a test, like a couple tests, and he made us draw that triangle thing. And I'm like, if you're gonna draw it and then explain it, what's the point?
Well, it is a very helpful tool. So distance equals rate, and then you could draw like an X here.
So in school, like instead of rate, like we used speed sometimes.
Yeah, that also works. They're like the same.
Yep. And so just remember DIRT, distance equals rate times time, or you can draw this triangle. And this is very important because you can apply this formula to a lot of different types of problems. So we're going to go into some of them when we continue on. Write this down if you need to. Distance equals rate times time. Okay, let's continue. Kayang will go into the problem.
Okay, so math counts and other competitive math exams like AMC or something, they love to ask about these type of problems, and they can be really confusing. And there's a few different types of problems, like they like to just change the numbers a little bit and give the same problem. So one of them is running laps. And well, this one isn't exactly running laps, but it's also related to like speed. I think I like had something else and then I changed it. But the question is, an ambulance travels at 40 miles per hour and can follow a 20-mile route, making no stops to get to the hospital. A helicopter travels at 1 mile per minute, and the air route is 15 minutes to get to the same hospital. However, the helicopter takes 3 minutes for takeoff and 3 minutes for landing. How many fewer minutes does it take for the helicopter to complete its trip, including takeoff, flight, and landing, than the ambulance to complete its trip? So when we first look at this, it might be really confusing, but some of it, the words, we don't need them. So now we're going to try to get out the information that we actually need. So let's look at the first sentence. An ambulance travels at 40 miles per hour and can follow a 20-mile route, making no stops. So we don't really need to know about the making no stops part. So 40 miles per hour, that's going to be our rate or speed. And 20 miles, that's our distance. So we can keep that in mind and try to use our dirt equation in a second. And then the second sentence says that a helicopter travels at 1 mile per minute, and the air route is 15 minutes to get to the same hospital. Now, one thing to notice is that they both give you the rate and the distance, but one of them says miles per hour. The other one says miles per minute. So we need to pay attention to small details like that.
Multiply it by 60 and get miles
Yeah.
per hour?
Yes, that's exactly what we're gonna do. So 1 mile per minute. Well, there's 60 minutes in an hour, so that's gonna be 60 miles per minute. So it's easy to get tripped up on things like that. Now, the next sentence says that the helicopter takes 3 minutes for takeoff and 3 minutes for landing. So what that means is that after we calculate the final time it takes, we need to add 3 and then add 3 again. So we need to add 6. So now, how many fewer minutes does it take for the helicopter to complete its trip than the ambulance? So to do this, using the information from our problem, we're gonna find the time. So let's go back to the ambulance in the first sentence. The rate is 40 miles per hour and the distance is 20. So now we're gonna use our dirt equation and just substitute. So it's gonna be 20 equals 40t. So t would be equal to 1/2. And 1/2 right now, it means that it's half an hour, so it's like 30 minutes. And we need to know this, like units are important. Now the second part, let's see. So, can you undo your undoing?
I don't know. I accidentally double click. Okay, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so now we're at the helicopter. So we're going to do the same thing. 15 equals 60t. And then divide both sides by 60, and then you get 1/4. And this is also in hours now. So now, it's asking for the minutes, right? So we're gonna convert the half an hour and the 1/4 hour to minutes. So half an hour is the same thing as 30 minutes, right? And 1/4 of an hour, that's the same thing as 15 minutes. So we can't forget about the second to last sentence. It says that the helicopter takes 3 minutes for takeoff and 3 minutes for landing. So we're gonna add 6 to 15. Which is 21. So now it takes 30 minus 21, which is 9. It takes 9 more minutes for the ambulance to complete its trip. So that's going to be our final answer, I think.
Yep. Okay. Sorry, the annotations. Yay, it's
Okay,
9.
yes. So did everybody follow that? I think some people were typing it in the chat, so. Yes? Okay,
Got that.
great.
All right, so problem 2. So another way you can use rate is for something filling up. And Tammy is filling up her pool at a rate of 12 gallons per minute. However, she doesn't realize that the plug is pulled. So while she's filling it, the pool is also emptying at a rate of 7 gallons per minute. And it takes her half an hour to fill the pool. So how many gallons is the capacity of the pool? So first we have to figure out what the rate is that she's filling up the pool with water. And so if you're putting in, oops. Okay. If you're putting in 12 gallons per minute, but 7 gallons per minute are going out per minute, then it's basically just like putting in 5 gallons per minute. And then half an hour is 30 minutes. So if she's putting in 5 gallons a minute for 30 minutes, then that's going to be 5 times 30.
150
Yes,
gallons.
exactly. Like Anikit said in the chat as well. So
Is it my internet or is it yours? Can somebody hear me or no?
I
I
think
can hear
it's just
Kayan,
Yolanda.
but Yolanda's kind of glitching out.
Okay, I think Yolanda's back. Are you back, Yolanda?
oh, okay, yeah, everything froze for a second.
Okay.
Okay, where did I stop?
I mean, we got to the answer, so I think you were
Yeah,
just
you're saying that 30 times 5 is 150.
Uh-oh, she's frozen again. I think it's because you're sharing your screen or something.
Probably.
Okay.
Okay, well, I mean, I can keep going if she can hear me. Can you go to the next question if you can hear me?
So she can maybe leave the meeting and then join back. If she
Yeah.
can hear us.
How about I can present my screen instead?
Yeah.
Okay, can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
we did this one, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, third one, working speed. So there's gonna be a bunch of different problems like this, like, oh, like moles are digging in the ground, people are painting stuff, people are making
Moles digging holes. I hate this.
things. But now we're gonna do one about painting. But all of these are related to how fast people work. So the question says that Kate can paint a wall in 10 minutes, while Ben takes 12 minutes to paint the same wall. So if they work together, how many minutes will it take to paint a wall? How do we go about this problem? Well, we're gonna try to turn this into rates. So if Kate paints one wall in 10 minutes, that means each minute she paints 1/10 of the wall. So then after 10 minutes, she would have been done painting. And for Ben, he takes 12 minutes. So if he paints 1/12 of the wall each minute, so that's why after 12 minutes, he's done painting. So if that makes sense so far, now they're working together. Oh, okay. So instead of being like, instead of doing 1/10 of the wall at a time and 1/12, they're working together. So now we're gonna add. Each minute, they're gonna paint their own like section, right? So each minute, they're actually gonna be able to do more. I think it's let's see, 11. So now each minute they're actually painting 11/60ths of the wall. So now how many minutes will it take to paint a wall?
How did you get 11?
So 11, yeah, sorry, I went too fast. Let me go back. How do I go
12
back?
and 10 and 12's common denominator is
You're right.
60. So then so 12 times 5 is 60. So means 1 times 5 you have to do that, which is 5, and then 10 times 6. So you should do 1 times 6 there. So then
Okay, slow down. What are you saying?
I'll just say it. So we're finding a common denominator to add them. You're right. And so the common denominator between 10 and 12 is 60, right? So 10.
How do you do that?
it's like
Did you ask me
it's
how
like
do I
kind
do
of like
common
the
denominator?
it's
Yes,
kind
I
of
asked
like
how
the
did you do
LCM.
common denominator?
So
LCM is basically like their least common factor. So like both numbers are multiplied against number and then they equal the same sum. That's what it means.
not quite. So like it's least common multiple, and just a quick review, I guess then. So like I'll just do this a simple way. So least common multiple, you find that by you can do it by listing out some of the multiples. So 10, 20, these are multiples of 10, right? 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, blah, blah, blah. Now for 12, it's 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, blah, blah, blah. And the least number that's in both of these lists is this 60. So that's how you find least common multiple. That's why this is right here. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And then the next step is to
I
do
usually do
1/10.
the same thing, but like I just do it like in my head.
Yeah, you can do it in your head too.
Yeah.
I try to find out 10 times what goes into 60. And then since it's 6, I make the numerator the 6.
That's good. That's a good strategy too. So, and then 10 times 6 is 6. So yeah, 6, oh, oops, wrong color. 6 over 60 is the same thing as 1 over 10. And then 5 over 60 is the same thing as 1 over 12. So now I can add them since they have the same denominator. So that equals 11 over 60. And now we're going to use our dirt equation. Distance equals rate times time. So our rate is 1, here, D equals RT. So our rate is 11 over 60. And what we're trying to find is the time, right? And the distance, well, right now it's not a real distance as to say, but it's how much we need to do, basically. So how much we need to go, how much we need to paint, same thing. So that's going to be 1, because we are trying to paint one wall, right? So divide both sides by 11 over 60. That's the same thing as multiplying by 60 over 11. Oh, oops. So t equals 60 over 11. So they take about like 5.5-ish minutes to paint a wall. Let's see if we were right. I didn't let me go. Oh wait, that was way too much. Okay, yes, we were right. Any questions?
In the chat, I wrote
Shouldn't
that
the
the
answer
answer
be shouldn't the answer be 1160?
No.
Um,
And I had a question. I wrote in the
yes.
chat, I wrote the answer is 5 and 5/11. Would that be right there?
Yeah.
511 is equivalent to 6011. So basically, yeah, it's correct.
Yep. That's also right. Good job. And somebody else asked if it was 11 over 60 instead of 60 over 11. So that's like a common mistake to make, but 11 over 60 is the rate. That's how much of the wall I can paint each minute. And for me to paint the entire wall, it takes me 60 over 11 minutes. Does that make more sense?
I have a question. Would a
Yes.
60 over 11 be an improper fraction? Not a common one?
Yes, but common fraction, like in math counts and stuff, common fractions are like basically like improper fractions. So that's what they mean by that. That's like the words they use in math counts. But yeah, it is an improper fraction. Okay, any other questions? Okay, I think you guys are getting speed and rate and distance and all that stuff, time, very well. So, yay. Okay, I think Yolanda's back. Are you back?
Yep, I'm back. Okay. So we're going to move on to time and clock problems, which are like rate problems but applied differently. So it's really helpful to memorize some basic rates for how each of the hands on a clock are going to move. So this is something you should probably write down to get ready for this. So a clock face is a circle, right? So that means the whole thing is going to be 360 degrees. And if 1 hour passes, the hour hand, since there are 12 different hours on the clock, the hour hand will move 360 divided by 12, which is 30 degrees. So write that down. 1 hour equals 30 degrees on the hour hand.
How do you get that?
All right, I will say it one more time. So a clock face, the whole thing is 360 degrees because it's a circle. And there are 12 numbers around a clock, right? Each of them represent
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, so 360 divided by 12 is 30 degrees.
Okay.
Good question.
So wouldn't the
And
fraction of that be 1/12?
it is 1/12 of 360 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to write like 30 degrees because if you just say the fraction, that doesn't really mean anything. And so all of these ratios you can kind of think about yourself and just reason it out, but it's often a lot faster if you just have them memorized. So the next one is 1 minute equals 6 degrees on the minute hand. And this also makes sense because there are 60 minutes. So it takes 1 hour for the minute hand to go all the way around the clock. Right, and then there's 60 minutes in an hour. So 360 divided by 360 divided by 60 equals 6 degrees. So write that one down as well.
So 1 hour equals 30 degrees. So then what did he divide 360 by?
For the first one, we divided
Yeah.
60 by 12.
Oh, 60 by 12. Oh, yeah, okay.
Now for the minute, she divided it by she divided 30 by 5 because every hour has 5 like lines in it.
Yeah, you can
could
also
think about it like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Okay, so next one. 1 minute equals 0.5 degrees on the hour hand. And then you know that 1 hour is 30 degrees on the hour hand. So there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So you do 30 divided by 60 equals 0.5. But if like the reasoning behind why these numbers is confusing you a bit, it's fine to just not think about it too much and just write down these ratios for now. You'll definitely figure it out later. Okay, and next one. 1 second is 6 degrees on the second hand.
Could you put that in the chat?
Sure, Yolanda can, because I can't.
Yeah, I'll do it. I think you can go ahead and put up all of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the remaining ones, 1 second is 0.1 degrees on the minute hand, and 1 second is 1 over 120 degrees on the hour hand. So it's in the chat now.
Also, it would be a good idea to have a notebook for our class because lots of times we tell you like important tips and tricks or important things like this that could help you. And it's good to have them all in one place. And you don't need to take like a lot of notes each class or something, but there's like gonna be a couple of things that you really want to memorize or remember. Should I move on now since it's in the chat?
Yeah, I think
Sure.
we're good to read.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, okay, I can do this one. So, the first example is, how far in degrees will the minute hand travel in 2 minutes? Okay, so we're talking about the minute hand, which is the one that goes 1 tick every minute. And how many degrees will it travel in 2 minutes? So out of the different like rates we saw in the last slides, the one that involves minutes and the minute hand is this one. It says that
Is it
1 minute. Oh wait, this is so annoying to use, honestly. Minute is 6 degrees on the minute hand, right? So then, well, that means that 2 minutes must be, I know this is like pretty simple, but I'm gonna do it with the ratio way just so that we can use it for next problems. So 2 minutes times 1 minute and then 6 degree. That's a degree symbol. Well, the minutes cancel out. 2 times 6, 12. 12 degrees, which is what you put. So in 2 minutes, the minute hand will go 12 degrees. Okay, any questions about this one?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So let me try to erase this and then we'll move on to the next one. I just don't want to erase the clock, so this is why it's taking forever. There you go. Okay.
Yep.
Wait, Yolanda, do you want me to do it again? Oh, I guess I can. Okay, so how many minutes will it take for the hour hand to turn 83 degrees? Okay. Well, this time we need to find the time instead of the degrees, right? So we're gonna find the ratio that relates, let's see, minutes and the hour hand. So can somebody tell me in the chat which one of those like 6 equations has the minute and the hour hand in it? You can like type it or say it to me. Yeah. So 1 minute equals 0.5 degrees on the hour hand. That's the one that we're gonna use. So 1 minute is 0.5 degrees. Okay, so now we're gonna use this to find 83 degrees. Okay, well I just multiply this with this. Okay, 0.5 and 83. Well, if I wanted, actually I will do it like that. Uh-oh, that is not what I wanted. I guess I'll just redo it. Okay, so 83 degrees times, so it says 0.5 and then 1 minute. So now it's gonna be degrees cancel out. 83 over 0.5 minutes. Well, dividing by 1/2, that's the same thing as multiplying by 2. So, oh wait, I already showed you the answer. That's gonna be equal to 166 minutes. Pretend you did not see the answer. And yes, so 41.5, I'm not exactly sure what you did. I think you divided it by 2 instead. But remember, it says how many minutes. So the answer should be in minutes. This can be really confusing. Always make sure your answer is matching up.
I just did
question?
83 times 0.5. That's how I got 41.5.
Yeah, so that's like a little wrong because remember, so this ratio right here, like this one, wait, no. This one, yes. In order to do this, we need to make the units cancel out. But let's say I multiplied it like this instead. 83 degrees times 0.5 degrees, 1 minute. Well, now the minute and the degree can't cancel out, right? So I'm gonna be left with like 41.5 degrees squared over minutes. And that's not what we want. We want the degrees to cancel out. So that's why I put this part at the bottom. So that these circles, which are degrees, will cancel out.
So can you turn the 41.5 into like a minutes answer?
I mean, technically yes, but that wouldn't be right for a question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, any other questions? I know that might be a little confusing to grasp at first.
How did okay, never mind.
Okay.
So why did you do 83 times 2 for 166?
Okay,
Because
so
that's the same as 83 divided by 0.5.
yes, that is a perfect answer. So dividing by 1/2 is the same thing as multiplying by 2.
Okay.
Because let's say I had like 2 pieces of bread, I don't know, and I want to give everybody half a piece of bread, then I can give 4 people half, because 2, that's gonna be like 1/2, another half, and then another half, and then another half. So when you divide by 1/2, you multiply by 2.
Oh, okay. So like you just so you would take the number of degrees and then multiply it by 2, which is 0.5. So 0.5 and 2 are the same thing exactly.
Like if you divide a number by half, like if you divide 100 by half, that would be the same as 100 times 2.
Yeah. So 0.5 and 2 aren't the same thing exactly, but dividing by 0.5 and multiplying by 2, they're the same thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, good question. Any other questions? Okay, so now let's move on to number patterns. And there's a ton of different number patterns that we could have learned about. Like, you probably in school, I know I did this in 6th grade, so some of you might have done it. Like Pascal's triangle, or like the Fibonacci sequence, or some patterns.
Yeah,
But
like I learned the Fibonacci sequence.
you did, nice. And But the one that I would think is most useful for like math counts is modular arithmetic. And that's just like a fancy name. And if Yolanda's there now, she will talk about it. Are you there? Is it not
You
letting
are
you?
there, you're on mute.
Sorry, I'm muted. Okay,
Oh.
so we're going to start with the simple part of modular arithmetic. And first, there's going to be a term called modulus, which we're going to shorten to mod. And so, for example, if you say A mod B, then the answer would be the remainder when you divide A by B. So just remember mod equals remainder. And so 14 mod 3 equals 2, because 14 mod 3 is 4 with the remainder of 2, right? Because 3 times 4 is 12, and then you just have 2 left over. That is your answer for 14 mod 3. That would be...
Why is there a gray box pop up?
Is it still there?
It's gone now.
Not anymore.
Okay, now it's back.
Never mind, they're back. What the heck is that?
Oh, I think it's because it says too many overlapping windows are causing shared content to be blocked by the operating system.
Interesting.
Overlap the shared application window. I don't really know what's going on.
So mod means the remainder of any equation you do.
Of division equations, yep.
Yeah. For
So
division.
let's give
Yeah.
an example. Let's see, what would 14 mod 5 be? Type your answer in the chat.
4.
Oh yeah, or say it out loud. So 4 would be correct, because 14 divided by 5, 14 mod 5 is 4, because 14 divided by 5 is just 2 remainder 4. Let's do another one. What is 3 mod 3?
It was a sort of trick question, but people are getting it.
You guys are correct. It would be 0 because there's no remainder. All right. What is... Okay, wait. What is 7 mod 2? Yep, you guys are doing a great job. The answer would be 1, because 7 divided by 2 has a remainder of 1. So it looks like you guys are really getting it, which is great. Is anyone confused about modulus so far? All right, no one's asking any questions, so I will assume you guys are good. And so there's going to be a lot of number patterns that use mod. So this is really an important concept to know for math counts.
Wait, just is the gray box gone?
Yeah, it's gone now.
Okay, I think I know why it was there.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, I can do this part. So somebody comes up to you in the street. I know this is like kind of not realistic, but somebody goes, "Quick, tell me what
It's
the last
9. I think. Is it 9?
3
Probably
to
not 9.
see if you're right. 3 to the 233rd is. If you try to calculate this by multiplying by 3 again and again and again and again, like 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27, blah blah blah, you would probably be stuck doing this problem all day and you would not be quick. So instead, I'm going to try to find a pattern, because patterns are our friend. They help us save time. And we're going to list out the first few powers of 3. So 3 to the first is just 3. 3 squared is 3 times 3, that's 9. 9 times 3, 3 cubed, that's 27. 27 times 3, it's 81. 81 times 3, 243. 243 times 3, 729. 2,187. Blah, blah, blah. So I listed out the first 9. So now it asked for the last digit, so the units digit. Okay, I'm just gonna look at the units digit first. 3971. 3971. And then another 3. So I think I see a pattern. There's 3971 every like 4 powers, and then the next 4 powers is also 3971. So it would be like first power's last digit is 3, second power last digit 9, third power last digit 7, fourth power 1, fifth power 3, 6, 9, 7, 7, 8, 1, 9, 3, 10, 3, 10, 9, 11, 7, 12, 1, on and on and on. So, do you see a pattern? Well, yes, we do. It's 3971 repeating every 4. And now we can use our best friend modulus to help find out what 3 to the 233 is through this repeating pattern. And I can do this because, like, so when you're at a power, like a multiple of 4, after the multiple of 4, it repeats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Like that, again and again. So now we're gonna do 233 mod 4 because it repeats every 4. 233 mod 4. What is that? Somebody tell me. What's 233 mod 4?
3
I know. Yeah. It's, no. It's 1.
or 1.
Okay.
3.
I think it's 1.
It is 1.
Okay.
You're right. 100%.
Yay!
Okay, are we done though?
No.
You're right, we aren't done. So it tells us that 233 is after the long, like many groups of 4, it's the first one of the next group of 4. That's what this 1 means. If we got a 2, that means it's the second one of the group of 4. We got a 3, that's the third one of the group of 4. We got a 4, that's the fourth one. So we got a 1. That means the answer is 3.
Yes, I was correct.
Did somebody guess 3?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
I guessed it was either 3, 9, or 1.
You're right.
Well, that gives you a
I
seven.
guessed 3, but like I wasn't sure if it's actually 3.
Good job. You got lucky. So does
No, not exactly. I actually calculated it.
Oh.
Sure.
Anyways, did everybody understand this and how I got here, like how I got to my conclusions by listing out the patterns? Because this
Yep.
may be really confusing to learn all at once.
No, you explained properly.
Can I tell you what I did?
Sure.
The way I did was like a very wrong way. Like literally, it doesn't even make sense. But like I just did 3 to the second power, that's 27, and then 27. So that's 27, and then 3 to the third power, which is okay. I'm confused what I just did.
If it's
Then I
wrong,
just
then
added all of them up, and then I get 63. So then like the question was what's the last digit? So it's 3. So that's how I got 3.
you got really lucky, that's for sure. Anyways, so if everybody understands, we'll try to do more of these. So let's move on. Okay.
So, first problem, what is the units digit of 9 to the 22nd power? So our very first step is to figure out what pattern the powers of 9 have. correct? So let's find the pattern and then we'll let you see if you can figure out the answer once we found the pattern. So 9 to the first power is 9. 9 to the second power is 81. So the units digit is 1. 9 to the third power is 729. And so the units digit is again 9. And
Something that I
next
don't
is
want to
6561.
6561.
Yeah, so does anyone notice the pattern here?
Well, I mean, the first two, you're multiplying it by 9, and then you're I don't get it. Like no, like the last two digits I don't get, because the first two, like, you multiplied it by 9, but then you got 72 at the 9 to the third power.
Yeah, so basically everything is just
times-
multiplying by 9.
Wait,
So we
I
do
have a
9
question.
times 9 is 81, times 9 is 729, and so on.
Yeah.
So the pattern is 9191. And technically there's only two things in the pattern, 9 and 1. And then it repeats, right? So now that we have...
No. Oh, wait.
Why doesn't it repeat? I'm sure it does. Uh-oh. Why
I
does
have a
it do that?
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
For these questions, will we be able to use a calculator to find out the pattern?
No.
What?
You can't use a calculator on math counts.
Oh, yeah, true.
I mean, you
I can
can
only
with
use
the
it on the quiz. The quizzes.
These are difficult math equations. Even calculators can't even find the answer.
You guys know how to multiply, right? If you know
Yeah.
how to multiply, you don't need a calculator.
I could do the first 3 off the top of my head. And
Like, then what's like 9 times 6, 171, or whatever?
well, I don't
Wait.
need to know that. I have my handy dandy pattern.
Yeah. So
You
our
can't
pattern...
use your calculator if it's like, I won't have any. There's no questions on the homework, I think, that are that hard. So they're all
It's
kind of
729.
Okay, so we've established our pattern is just 9, 1, and then it repeats. So now we have to use some kind of modulus operation. Does anyone remember what we're doing? What something mod something? What are the somethings we're modding?
22.
Yeah, 22 mod, and then 22
Nine.
mod what?
9?
Mod
I don't think
9.
it's 9, but that's a good guess. So actually it will be 22 mod 2 because there's two things in our pattern. There's 9 and then 1.
Oh, okay.
That's the
I'm pretty sure the answer is 1.
Yeah, you're correct. The answer is 1. So 22 mod 2 is going to be 0. And then if it's 0, you go to the last thing in the pattern. So our pattern is 9, 1. So the last thing in our pattern is 1. And that's our answer. So if it was like 9 to the 23rd power, then you would do 23 mod 2, and you get a remainder of 1. And then in that case, you know the units digit is going to be 9, because that's the first thing in the pattern. Okay, does anyone have questions at this point?
So modular arithmetic can only be used for these type of equations, right?
No, there's actually a bunch of other stuff you can do with like modulus. But that's like beyond the scope of this class. And I mean, you could need it for math counts, but it would be like 1 in a million problems. Like, they're not gonna give you anything hard like that. So this is all you need to know for now. You'll learn more later.
I also have a question. So for this modular arithmetic, like, is there an easier way or no?
So, I mean, if you had a really
Because this, like, doing this much can literally take a day for me.
it won't take a day. Let's do our next one. I'll show you it doesn't take a day, okay?
Okay.
So let's work through this together. What is the units digit of 7 to the 11th power? Okay, so you and I are going to try to find the pattern. So, what's 7, 1? 7 to the 1 power.
7.
What's 7 squared?
14. I mean, no, sorry. So 49, sorry.
You are right, 49. Okay, now what's 7 cubed? If you don't know, we can just do it. 49 times 7. What's 9 times 7? 63.
63.
7
7
times 4?
times 4, 28.
So it's 34, right?
34, yeah.
3, 4, 3. Okay, I don't see a pattern yet. So now let's do 3, 4, 3 times 7.
7 times 3, 21. 7 times 4, 28. Plus 2, 30. 7 times 3, which is 21. 21 plus 3 is 24. So 2401.
Okay. Now, 2401 times 7. I think we've almost found our pattern. 7 times 1 is 7.
7, 0,
7 times 4, 28.
28,
7 times 2, 14, plus 2,
2,
16.
4, 16. Well, I mean, I still don't get the pattern.
Okay, well now let's look at the last digits. 7, 9, 3, 1. Now there's
Yeah.
another 7. So I'm gonna guess the next one ends in a 9. And am I right? Well, we'll see.
Oh, yeah, the pattern. Oh, okay. Yeah, now I see
You
the
don't
pattern.
even
Yeah,
need
now
to
I
do
see
the
it.
whole thing because 7 times 7 is 9. Blah blah blah. Something's in the front. But I know the last one's 9, and that's part of our problem pattern.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
You
I
see?
get the answer. Yep.
So it's not gonna take you all day. You're smart. You can do this. So our pattern was, what was it? Like 7, 9, 3, 1, right?
3, 1, yeah.
Okay. Well now 7 to the 11th power, right? So what should I do? Hint, there's 4 things in
7
this.
mod 4.
Close, but not
I
close.
mean 11 mod
11
4.
mod 4.
Ooh, yes, that's right. 11 mod 4. Well, what's 11 mod 4?
3.
3.
3.
Yeah, it's 3. Okay, so now which one is it out of these 4?
3.
3.
Yeah, so I go 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be 3.
So the answer is 3. Okay.
Yay!
See, that didn't take a day. It only took like, what, 4 minutes?
Good job. I'm proud of you guys.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
Okay, and now I think everybody gets it. So it's time for.
Yay!
Okay, I think I put the link in the. Yes. I'm gonna delete a lot of tabs so that we can have some stuff. Guess what this picture is a reference to? No guesses?
Oh, your mom?
No, it's the dirt equation. Wait, why is this zoomed in, or is it
Wait,
just
the what? The dirt equation?
Yeah.
What? What is that?
Player 170, 170.
Come on, you taught this. Distance equals rate times time.
Oh, distance equals rate times time. That's perfect. Dirt.
Touch. Separate. Separate. Separate.
Okay, everybody join really quickly, or else I'm gonna start without you. I think we can actually do the Kahoot without skipping this time.
So it means you're gonna play by yourself?
Yeah, I'm not gonna play. I've never played. I always supervise.
First.
Code is 94687. Who is 22222?
It's a lot of twos.
It is a lot of twos. I bet there's 13 twos. Let's see. 1, 2. Wait, oh no, stop moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, oops. 15 twos. Same thing.
Wait, is that a chicken emoji? What the heck is that emoji?
I can't tell. It looks like a weird.
I think it's supposed to be a turkey.
Is first place one of you?
I don't know, is it? It's not me though.
Who knows?
One of you guys always joins and then
It was always Yondola. Last class with Ishani was always it was Ishani, but it was Yondola.
Yondola.
like you always take the first place winner.
Do you mean Yolanda?
Yes, I'm Yolanda, but
Sorry.
that first place is not me, for sure.
Sid knows all. Be scared
Yeah,
of
we'll
him.
know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see who comes first place.
Is everybody in? Because I'm gonna start in 1 minute. How many people are in the meeting? There are 13 people in the meeting. Okay, that's pretty good. 2 of them are us. 1 person is not joining. Who is it? There's so many fake names, I can't tell who isn't here. I'm gonna start at 4:06. So whoever you are, last person, you better join, okay?
Hear that, last person? Better join.
Ding, ding, ding. 406.
Uh-oh, we're gonna start without you, okay. You have to work quickly on all of these, okay? I don't think I gave you that much time, unless I remember incorrectly.
It's so laggy. The question hasn't loaded in yet. No.
Yeah, it's frozen.
Oh.
It
Uh-oh.
still hasn't. Come on.
Yeah. Okay,
Is
finally.
it finally?
I'm sorry. Can you use your 0 dividing powers? Hint, hint. 1 million divided by 10,000. Okay. I think half of us got it right. And I mean, it's pretty good for not seeing the question for a long time. Oh wait, I don't need to see that.
Wait, why is 1,000 correct?
Oh wait, what? Did it say that?
Yeah, it says 100 and 1,000.
Answered.
Yeah, how was 1000 correct?
Clicked both of them. It's supposed to be 100. I'm sorry.
2 people who think that got lucky.
2
Ooh, I
people
hate you.
got really lucky, whoever you are. But I'm gonna use dirt.
That person literally just randomly selected grade.
So dirt distance 1 million.
The answer literally has 2 more zeros, so it should be 100.
Times time. Divide,
Yep.
divide, blah, blah, blah. 100 equals time. And this is not right. Don't pay attention to this. It's 100. My bad. Okay, next question.
Oh, someone had 666 points.
Butterfly goes
So
50
laggy.
meters
It
into
still hasn't
No.
loaded.
there. I'm gonna paste the questions in the chat.
A butterfly goes 50
Yeah,
meters in 2 minutes. How fast did the butterfly fly? Fly.
Whoa, 8 people. Good job, guys. Okay,
Wow.
I'm not gonna explain. You guys got this. Oh, the turkey is taking over. I
No.
bet the turkey is Yolanda.
What? That is a baseless accusation. Excuse you.
Can you see it now? I'm guessing because people are answering. Unless you're just
It's
guessing.
probably screwed some people up.
Maybe I named myself Diraj just to confuse you guys. And he named himself the turkey.
Then wouldn't there? Oh, never mind. Oh, it did. Oh yeah, it screwed 4 people up. Let's go.
Whoa, that's not very nice, is it? Okay,
Oh, that's
let's
yeah.
go
That's
over
fantastic.
this. So, we're gonna use dirt again because we love dirt. So, distance, I don't know. That's what we're trying to find out. Rate, 10, time, 320. Well, 3 times 10. 3, 2.
You just add one more zero. It's 3,200.
Guys, let's have a vote. Let's see if we let's vote to see if Kayum would turn the music on.
It's on. What do you mean?
I can't hear it.
Yeah, you can't hear
Me
it.
neither.
Wait, really? I can hear it. Can you still not hear it? Can you hear it now?
Tiny bit.
I think that was just background noise.
Oh, too bad. Nobody gets music other than me then. Okay, pretty good. 200 miles, 0.5 hours. Let's use dirt again. Oh wait, I wrote an actual E. That is not what you're supposed to do. The E is supposed to be equals. Uh-oh. 1 second. Technical difficulties.
Do do
Who is singing for us?
do 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 do
I think it's Colin.
do do do
Singing the Kahoot
do
music.
do 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 do
Lovely.
do 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 do.
What's 200 divided by 0.5? Somebody tell me. The person who asked me what dividing by a half meant.
400.
400.
Yay! Good job!
400.
Okay. Ooh, the turkey's on fire. It's getting ready for us to eat it.
Yay!
That's horrible. That's a horrible thing to say.
Lag
It is
now.
good. Bow through the ball at
Stupid
20
lag
feet per
now.
second.
So much lag.
I'm lagging.
Still hasn't loaded.
Okay.
Finally.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a hint. It's either... Not gonna tell you. It's 80. Okay, 5 people got it. I'm guessing you know it and you just didn't have time, but I'll still go over it. Because
There
I'm
was so much lag that by the time I finally knew what the question was, I had 1 second left.
Oops. It's okay. The 5 people that did it, kudos to you. We don't know D.
Silly lag. Why is lag so silly?
20 times 4 is what? 80. 80. Yay. Okay.
Wait, how did the person get 40?
Hmm?
How did that person
I don't
get
know.
40? Did he
don't judge
mistake
other people
the
in here,
20%?
okay? Oh no.
Oh, no, the chicken. No, the
You're
chicken's
ready
taking
to
over.
eat. Are you getting ready to eat what is that? Dirage? Instead of the turkey.
That's an even worse thing to say.
Lord, no, stupid lag, no.
Okay, Amy ran 2 miles at 4 miles per hour. How much time did it take to run 2 miles? In minutes. Yes. Okay, so this one is kind of confusing, but so we're gonna use dirt without thinking about the minutes. Okay, distance 2 miles. Rate 4 times time, I don't know. So it's 1/2.
Guys, I'm playing Kahoot music on my Google, so I'm going to keep my mic on.
Okay.
It sounds like a mess.
Alright, should I stop?
I don't know. If
I
everyone
mean,
else is okay with it.
I can't really hear it, but
Hey
I mean,
Google, Set the volume to 8.
Oh my god.
Is that Kahoot music? Because I've never heard that one.
It's like a Kahoot jungle version.
Yeah. Interesting. Anyways, T is 1/2. Well, 1/2, that was an hour. Half an hour, 30 minutes. Good job to the 5 people. People are good at this.
Hey Google, music volume 100.
Uh-oh.
Let's go.
This one's a conversion stuff. Why did I make the time so short? I'm
If
sorry.
10 apples equals 4 bananas, 8 bananas equals 1.5.
What? That's confusing.
I guessed.
Wait, is this even right? Hold on.
No.
4
No.
bananas.
No.
Oh, yeah, it is right. Okay.
That's correct.
No.
Sorry, I gave you like no
No.
time.
Please.
Okay.
Oh, I'm still on the podium. Thank God.
It was very easy.
4
Please,
B.
please let me still be in second.
Okay. 6 pineapples. 3 B. 8 B. Am I trying to find bananas or what? Apples.
Okay.
P cancel. P cancel. P cancel.
I'm either gonna lose my mind like in Kahoot or this Kahoot music.
Okay. 2 times 2 times 10.
Do, do, do,
Or-
do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Yay, the turkey
No!
is the rest to eat it.
I gotta take over the
Dirge? Is Dirge or Dirage?
chicken is still on fire. Fire chicken.
It's not chicken, it's a
The
turkey,
chicken will
okay?
start spitting out fire. One eraser.
I think this is gonna be really short too. Oh, sorry.
30. 30.
The answer is 60, guys. Trust me.
Don't trust her.
It's 60. Just trust me, okay? Wow.
Yes!
The 2 people who picked blue and the 1 person who picked yellow, you should have just trusted me.
Imagine not trusting wait, which one is it? Is it Cayenne or Yolanda? Yeah, Cayenne.
It's Kai.
Yeah, imagine not
I-
trusting your teacher.
Imagine trusting people and not doing the math yourself.
Dang,
though.
stop being careless.
I mean, I actually did the math, but
Okay,
then
that's good.
but
Same.
and there's like 2 seconds left, so I just and I immediately went with 60 because I was like, yeah, I was 60. I don't know.
EB. 10E. 1B.
This one you actually didn't have to use fractions. I actually didn't even use fractions at all.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to. I'm just doing it because I'm the teacher. Is that ASMR? What? Who is that? Stop it. It's annoying. I'm gonna mute you, okay?
I have like a yellow toy thing.
Stop it!
3 penguins with 4 cats and 12 cats and 1 lions. So 48. 48.
40 is not an option.
48. 48 divided by 4. No, 48.
I'll give you a hint.
divided
It's
by
yellow.
3.
It's yellow. Trust me this time.
48
It's
divided by
yellow.
3.
It's yellow. It's yellow.
I'm trusting you, Yolanda.
That was Kaya.
Yolanda, I'm trusting you. Yay! I trusted Yolanda.
Who didn't trust
I mean,
me?
no,
Shame on you.
Cayenne. No, screw Yolanda. Cayenne is the best. Yes. Amazing Cayenne.
Honestly, that's true. Except my name's Kayang.
Oh, Cayenne. Oh.
Where-
I'm an idiot.
Colin's talking about like another person named Kyle.
Kyle. Who is Kyle?
What?
Who is Kyle? Wait, I just realized Sid texted to me privately for me to end the Kahoot music. Should I? Let's hold a vote. say yes in the chat if you want to end it, and say no if you want it to keep going. Okay.
Okay. Hey Google,
Kevin.
Oh,
volume 100.
hey Google, stop. The yes outnumbered the no's. Rest in peace.
Oh, Colin,
No!
you went again.
No, Daraj, no.
Ooh, do this. Use your notes if you took them. Hint, 1 minute, 0.5 degrees per the hour hand.
So what's the answer?
I don't know. It might be the same color as it was last time.
Oh no.
No. No.
You know, you should have trusted me.
No, I'm in 4th place. No. No. I'm still behind Daraj. No. No. No, someone took over me and Daraj. No. Who is it? Who is it?
Me.
Who's behind chicken? Who?
Me,
Rishi? Anakin? Oh. Oh, hello, Anakin.
Anakin.
I have to take over Daraj so I can at least get 3rd place. I mean, yeah, 3rd place, I guess.
Colin,
I'm pretty sure the chicken is one of the hosts.
How do you know? You can't just randomly make false accusations.
Nope.
No one's admitting that they're the chicken.
No, nobody's probably getting all the answers right.
Nobody
Probably-
will admit. Nobody will admit. Trust me.
Anyway, let's see the problem. 45 degrees. Go away. Oh, there you go.
Trust me. Teachers don't admit anything.
Stereotyping. We don't.
I forgot how much degrees they. I thought Cayenne said 1 degree was 1 minute. Oh, shoot.
No. First of all, that's not true. Second of all, my name is Kayam.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kayam.
Yeah.
Whoa, big jump there.
Colin's not talking about this Mathema class teacher, Kyle. He's talking about like another person named Kyle.
True.
Sure. Okay. Uh-oh. Do you remember this? Hint. It's not my favorite color.
And what is your
It
favorite?
was either 3 or 6.
It's 3.
My favorite 3 or 6. Please 6.
It's 3.
No.
Yes.
Why did I
It's
pick
3. It's 3. It's not 6.
Guys, what's my favorite color? If you guess this right, then
It's blue.
is it blue?
Green.
It's
red.
Is it even in the Kahoot?
It's
Is
red.
it one of the
Yellow.
Kahoot
Yellow.
colors?
Yellow.
Kayam. Is it one?
Is it one of these four?
I'm just kidding. Yes, it's red. I think it's red.
It's blue. Somebody said it in the beginning. You're
Yeah,
right.
it was me.
Let's go. All right, just go to the next question. I can't bear this any longer.
Learn, okay?
No.
6 degrees.
Why do we have to go over it? I think everyone who got 6 knew what they got wrong.
I wish. I don't think that's the case. There's 10 people in the Kahoot. That means 3 people didn't answer. Cough, cough. Anyways. Oh, the turkey didn't get it right.
I'm second.
Ooh, do this one. Uh-oh, you're not gonna have time to do this. And I'll tell you the pattern. It's 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 6. Again and again and again.
So do 21 mod 2. What's 21 mod 2? And then put that in the pattern. Hurry. You can do it.
It's one of 4 and 6. Oh,
I'm such an idiot!
Wait. There's something wrong with the system.
why?
I pressed blue, but like it said that my answer's wrong.
You
Oh,
must
you might have just clicked the wrong one.
I misclicked.
No way I did.
I don't know. Can't really do anything about that. Oh.
I can see my place
Now-
dropping.
Now I'm literally
Holy
in like
crap!
first place.
Holy crap!
Think about this.
Oh no! Hey!
pattern,
You
what's
have
the
to give us
pattern?
an answer. No.
It's 6 to the 1 is what?
6.
6. 36.
6 to the 2.
What's oh
6
Oh,
to
that's
2.
easy.
6 to 2. 36. 36.
6
Oh,
to
it's
3,
gonna
2,
be
1,
6,
6.
guys.
Six, six,
It's
six, six,
always
six.
gonna be 6.
Oh, that's a giant devil. Oh, that's
Yeah.
a giant devil's number.
Good job.
Oh my god, that's a
It's
that's just a
always gonna be
massive
six.
devil's number.
I didn't even get to press the answer. It's still
Aw.
multiple choice
Yes.
answer.
Everyone got it right.
Yeah, but it's always going to be 6 because it's 6, 36, 2, 1, 6.
That's a giant devil's number. 6666666.
Last question. Who's going to get it right?
155.
I'll tell you the pattern. It's 2, 4, 8, 6. 2, 4, 8, 6.
No, it's 2468.
No, it's not 2, 4, 8, 6.
It's 2486.
What's the
Oh,
answer?
6,
Stupid
5, 5
calculate.
mod 6, 5, 5 mod 4. What's that?
Wait, what? No.
Okay, that was like way too little time.
This is a sad moment. I didn't get any points. I'm rage quitting. Bye guys.
I get the point. I did get the point.
It's 3, so it's 8.
Say 655 mod 4 is 8.
Let's see the podium. Oh, nice. Jeffrey. Aniket.
And then Turkey.
Confident the turkey is one of the hosts. It has to be one of the hosts.
If it
The
was one of the
turkey's
hosts,
not-
I would have gotten 14 out
The
of 14.
Turkey's just so smart that like nobody can beat it for some reason.
No,
Okay,
well, if,
you know,
if it
just
was one
to
of
set
us,
the record straight, if I was the turkey, then I would not have gotten a 12 out of 14.
exactly same. We would have known everything. So clearly, we weren't the turkey.
Yes, you were.
Yes, you were. It was one of you guys.
Stop the recording.
Admit it.
They wanted you
Whoever's
guys.
turkey, admit you're turkey. Because who would not want to admit they're first? So just admit it.
Maybe someone's really shy. Wait, did you stop the
All
recording?
right.
Whoever is the turkey, just
I will stop the recording.
admit
now.
it.
Yeah.
Whoever's the turkey.